So you're looking for the best magnetic keyboard. Well, sadly, all of us have different best magnetic keyboards. All of us have different S tier, A tier, B tier magnetic keyboards. All of us have different budgets. All of us have different sound preferences, different quality preferences, look preferences. We also have different games we're playing, so it might depend on that as well. Now, I don't know if this is gonna help, but I'm gonna be telling you guys my honest tier list for those that are interested, because a lot of you have been asking as well. Again, take note, this is my tier list, what I think is the best, or not really the best, but how I would rank them personally based on what I'm looking for. Okay, I have 14 different magnetic keyboards over here, all I've tested, all I've reviewed. All of the videos should be live in the channel. I'm not sure about the DrunkDeer G75 because I haven't still uploaded the keyboard publicly at the moment as I'm filming this video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and include it in the tier list. Why not? Let's go ahead and get started with my unbiased tier list over here, starting with the Redragon FIZZ K617. Now, this is an amazing budget keyboard. It's not the best when it comes to the sound, it feels very cheap, I'm not gonna lie, when you pick it up. It is plastic, doesn't sound the best. Unboxing was pretty secured, but again, not the highest quality. I mean, it's only around $50 when I reviewed it, at least. I think it rose a little bit, but it's still pretty close to $50. Now again, some might put this keyboard on S because it's really cheap, you get the magnetic keyboard experience, and I can understand if you will put this on S. But for me personally, I'd go down to B, maybe close to A, but I'd put it on B. It's not a bad keyboard. It is on 8000 Hz. You do get rapid trigger and adjustable actuation points, which is an amazing thing you can get for $50 now. But if we're talking about quality and sound wise, again, it's kind of expected that you're not gonna get it with $50. I'm gonna put it on B. Still amazing keyboard. You get what you pay for. You get more than what you pay for. Amazing. Now, next up, the AKKO 3061S HE. Definitely a good sounding keyboard. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this does sound a little bit better than the Redragon FIZZ K617. I think the switches did have a part on making this keyboard sound better. Now, the 3061S HE over here comes in $110, around double the price of the cheapest keyboard in the tier list over here. Still an amazing keyboard, sounds better, also coming in 8000 Hz. Now, I'll be putting this on A tier. Now, I would love to put this somewhere on the S, not gonna lie, because it's definitely an amazing, almost half the price of the Wooting 60 HE. Oh, Wooting 60 HE over here, was it? Yeah, the Wooting 60 HE over here. It's almost half the price. But there is a roaming information. I'm not sure if this is true. Take note, I'm not sure if this is true. It might be false information. But apparently, the 8000 Hz feature of this keyboard is only for the keys that you set on roar mode. And when I tested this keyboard, you can set up to 4 different keys on roar mode. And apparently, those 4 keys will be the ones that will have 8000 Hz polling rate and not the rest of the keyboard. I would expect the keyboard to be fully 8000 Hz because it's advertised as 8000 Hz. But yeah, again, I'm not sure if that information is true. So if you guys see any information online, trustworthy information about the AKKO 3061S HE over here being true, 8000 Hz polling rate, maybe some test results, I would really love it. Please comment it down below. But yeah, since I'm a little bit unsure, I cannot really put it on S tier. I'm just gonna put it on A tier. It's still an amazing keyboard. I hope it is full 8000 Hz polling rate. I wish I can test it, but I don't have the materials to do so at the moment. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, the MelGeek MADE68 Pro. I've tested this before. One of the best sounding magnetic keyboards I've tried, even though it's only plastic. It's a very unique sound. And this keyboard is coming in around $99, or it's just below $100 for the Kickstarter campaign. So very nice price for the sound. And it also is 8000 Hz polling rate. It does have snap tap, and I mean, you can see it, right? It looks fantastic. It looks amazing. One of the best looking magnetic keyboards I've ever seen. I really like the light box at the back. Also has different variations. It does have different elements. I love all of them, I'm not gonna lie. You do have the options. For $99, that is definitely gonna be for S. I really love it. One of the best below $100 magnetic keyboards I've tried. Now moving on to the DrunkDeer G75. I did play with it, tested it already. I also really like how it sounds like. It does sound a bit plasticky because the keyboard is plastic as well. But it sounds pretty good still. It sounds pretty good still. It does have a lot of layers inside. They made efforts in making this keyboard sound good, and I think it's an amazing sounding keyboard. But what makes this keyboard truly special is its features. It also has its snap tap. They call it Lastween, their own version, and it also has release dual trigger mode. So if you press D, it will actuate D, but if you start lifting it, it can actuate A. So what makes that special is because of games like Counter-Strike or Valorant, where counter-strafing can give you an advantage. You press D, go to the right, and then you need to counter-strafe, press A, and then it'll make you stop faster and you can shoot, or you can be just a harder movement target. But yeah, with the release dual trigger, you can just press D and then just let go and automatically press A for you once the keyboard detects the D key going up. So you don't have to press any other key, you just have to let go of D and it'll stop faster for you. Can you imagine that? And also for Apex Legends, I think you do need some pretty good coordination keys, which if you want to super glide, I think you gotta press crouch and jump, but crouch first or jump first, I think, or vice versa. I don't really play Apex that much. Imagine having release dual trigger mode. You can just press C to crouch, and then as soon as you let go of the crouch button and the keyboard detects it going up, it can press space and jump for you. Like, imagine that. I think that's what makes this keyboard special, and it also felt very responsive even though it's only 1000 Hz polling rate. And yeah, all of the features that you will pretty much need, or I will need, is over here on this keyboard. So I'm gonna be putting it on S tier, and the keyboard price as well coming in $109 at the moment of filming this video. Really nice price considering you get all of those features and a very responsive keyboard, even though it's still on 1000 Hz. But yeah, moving on to the IQUNIX EZ63. Now I did see some test results. I do trust that test results. I think it was Aim Adapt. He made a test comparing this to the Wooting 60 HE, and it is faster. Some people might not even notice that difference, but still, it is the same price as the Wooting 60 HE, coming in around $179. It has an aluminum case, very high quality, good sounds, I like it. Also web-based software, and at the last time I did a review, it didn't have any snap tap feature, but they did announce that they are implementing a similar feature, so I can't wait for that as well. We can definitely expect it to have snap tap. But yeah, it's definitely one of the fastest keyboards out of this list over here. So because of that, I'll be putting it on S tier. I really love fast keyboards, very responsive. I don't really have any problems with this keyboard. I think I did have one actually on the space bar, because it does double click sometimes when I last tested it, but it should be an easy fix. I don't know if they fixed it already, or you can also just do a different profile for typing. Because yeah, for me personally, again, the double clicking spacebar isn't really a big deal for me, because when I play Valorant, it doesn't really register. The sound can definitely get some modding, but yeah, I do like how it sounds like stock, but yeah, definitely can get some improvement when modded. But yeah, that's gonna be for my opinions on the IQUNIX EZ63. I'll put it on S. Very nice keyboard, very responsive. Now, next one is the Epomaker CIDOO C75. Now, not gonna lie, this just met my expectations on the Wooting 80 HE for half the price of the 80 HE. This comes in around $140, I'm pretty sure. I think the Wooting 80 HE is around $300 with the aluminum case like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I have one coming. I did buy on the pre-order, so stay tuned for the review of the 80 HE as well. But yeah, the Epomaker CIDOO C75 over here just met my expectations on what I think the Wooting 80 HE would be. 8000 Hz, aluminum case, sounds very good. And you also get a little knob over here. Now, it doesn't have a web-based software yet, at least at the moment, which the Wooting 80 HE would probably have. It also didn't have snap tap when I tried it, but I'm not sure if it already has one. But yeah, definitely an amazing keyboard as well. This keyboard made my expectations on the Wooting 80 HE so much higher. So yeah, I'll be putting this on the S tier. But yeah, next coming in, the Keychron K2 HE. Now, this is one of the first wireless magnetic keyboards I've tested. So if you're looking for a wireless magnetic keyboard, this is, I think, this is the only wireless magnetic keyboard on the list over here. So you're definitely going to be putting it all the way here if you're just looking for a magnetic wireless keyboard. The wireless was pretty nice. I thought of it as like a bonus. You didn't need any wires. It looked much cleaner on your desk. And yeah, you can put this keyboard a bit farther away from your PC or something like that if you want. This keyboard comes in around $125, and on the Kickstarter campaign, that is a pretty good price. Now, other than the wirelessness, this also shines on the quality. I mean, it is Keychron. The sound just felt amazing. Typing with it is very pleasant, very smooth. I love the experience, not just the sound, but also how it feels like. It does have a aluminum frame and a plastic case at the back. Still felt high quality. Felt very good weight, the keyboard. Also has a web-based software, and it's just an amazing, well-rounded wireless keyboard. It's somewhere in the middle of A and S, but definitely still S tier because it's only around $125, and you get the wireless, you get 1000 Hz polling rate is pretty responsive still, but yeah, that's gonna be it for my opinion on the Keychron K2 HE. Next is the BACKSPACE OASIS 75 over here. Now, this is one of the first 8000 Hz magnetic keyboards I've tried, and also one with the lowest actuation point distance, coming in 0.04 millimeters. Most of these keyboards, I'm pretty sure, comes in 0.1 millimeters as their lowest actuation point. So yeah, very nice option to have your actuation point down on 0.04 millimeters. But to be honest, I really wasn't able to use the 0.04 millimeters because the keyboard would accidentally actuate. I mean, it's very understandable. 0.04 millimeters is just so little, and the switches do wobble a little bit, so it might detect it as a 0.04 millimeter actuation. So I was kind of forced to put a dead zone still. So at the end of the day, I still used it around 0.1 millimeters. But yeah, very high quality keyboard. Aluminum sounds pretty okay. I did get the dual rail magnetic switches, the white ones, I'm pretty sure. But a lot of you people said in the comments on the review that the magnetic black jade switches would sound so much better. But that is $50 more expensive. Now, the black version comes in $199 over here, and the other variations becomes a bit more expensive. They also have a lot of different variations. All look very nice. Keyboard's very high quality and very responsive. Sounds pretty good, but not on the S level tier. But yeah, still an amazing keyboard. I'll put it on A tier list. Next coming in is the IROK IYX MU68, one of the most similar magnetic keyboards to the Wooting 60 HE that I've tried. Even the strap, as you can see, the strap over here and the strap over here. But one of the differences that I like on the IROK IYX MU68 comparing it to the Wooting 60 HE that it's very close to is the aluminum case. Feels very high quality, very durable, and it does make the keyboard sound a little bit better. But the keyboard, not gonna lie, not the best sounding. It sounds pretty okay, even though it has a aluminum keyboard. It doesn't. Some plastic keyboards still beat the sound for me personally, but some of you might like it. Who knows? Go ahead and watch the review video later after this tier list to see the sound or to hear the sound. This is around $100, but yeah, pretty okay keyboard. It does come in 8000 Hz polling rate. The software was a little bit not the best as well, and that is something that I do look at as well, because I really like when the keyboard is easily customizable, especially if you have a web-based software. That's definitely a plus. But yeah, maybe if you mod it a little bit, you can make it sound better. But yeah, that's why I cannot put it on the S. It's not the sound is just not gonna be for that. But a pretty good keyboard, pretty functional software, not the easiest to download and stuff like that to understand, but it is a pretty functional software. I think you do get what you pay for. Definitely one of the cheapest aluminum magnetic keyboards out of over here. So if you're just looking for the cheapest aluminum magnetic keyboard, then this will definitely be on the S tier. Now, moving on to the NuPhy Field75 HE, one of the best 75% magnetic keyboards I've ever tried, and also one of the most unique. It does have a knob as well and a lot of extra buttons. It also has a web-based software. It was very easy to set up. They also announced it will have a snap tap feature similar to that, so if you're really looking for a snap tap, we can expect this to have snap tap soon. Now, this keyboard comes in around $150, so still pretty good price for a magnetic keyboard. 8000 Hz polling rate. I do trust NuPhy, and I think that is a true 8000 Hz polling rate. The keyboard was made out of plastic, but it does have an aluminum plate, I'm pretty sure, and they did a lot of efforts in making this keyboard sound better and good, and it does sound pretty good. I like it. It is a pretty well-rounded keyboard. You do get what you pay for. I'm gonna be putting this on the S tier, the NuPhy Field75 HE. I like the keyboard. I do like the look of it. Some people might not, so yeah, this might drop down for you, but For me, I really like it. Even though it's just plastic, picking it up felt very nice, very high quality. It does have some weight on it. For me personally, I'm not really used to those extra buttons, but if I need an extra button that has no keys assigned yet, and I can easily do it here, and I like that addition. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the NuPhy Field75 HE. Moving on to the Varmilo Muse65 HE. Now, this keyboard is also one of the good-looking keyboards out of this list. I really like its gradient. It also has different variations if you want to go ahead and choose from that. I like all of them, but I think the campfire or the summit, I think this is what they call it. It's like a camping team switches and look. You can go ahead and watch a video review later if you want, if you're interested and want more information on it. But yeah, this is a very well-rounded keyboard, 8,000 hertz. This is $155, I'm pretty sure. They're coming in around $155. Here's the different variations. You can also get the magnetic jade, but it's a bit more expensive. And the Summit is, yeah, they're all $155. It's a very well-rounded keyboard. It did sound amazing, but I think I had problems with the spacebar. The spacebar didn't sound the best. It does need some modding. And when I tested this keyboard, the software wasn't the best. But they are releasing a web-based software, but I'm still going to be including that it's going to have a web-based software. I'm still going to be considering that. Now, it didn't have SnapZap as well when I did try it. I'm not sure if they're going to... I'm pretty sure they can easily add that. But yeah, for me personally, I would put this keyboard around A or S. Very close. A or S. Somewhere S tier. Like a little bit bottom of the S tier, you know? Like, can I make a different... Can I change this to like so that we can have a little bit more of a... But yeah, sorry about that. I felt like I needed to make a slot in the middle of S and A over here. So yeah, SS, S, A, B, C. Yeah, I moved some of the SS tier keyboards over here to S so we can have a bit more range and more accurate. But yeah, coming back to the BOOG75 over here, coming around $230. I think you do get what you pay for. It's one of the best sounding magnetic keyboards I've ever tried over here. It also has a web-based software. If you're looking for a easy to carry portable magnetic keyboard, I'm sorry, this is not for you. You'll probably put this on B or C because it's so heavy. But it also feels so high quality. It's one of the most highest quality keyboards over here. I really liked it. I really like how it looks like. I really love its feeling, the way you type on it, the way you game with it. So it's either SS or... I'll put it on S. $230. It's definitely on the higher price range, but it is still an amazing, one of the highest quality gaming keyboards over here. Maybe if it's a little bit cheaper, I'd definitely put it on the SS. Maybe even higher than all of these, but on the S, because you do pay for it. So it's not something like, whoa, so cheap for this. You kind of expect it, the keyboard to be high quality on $230. Coming in next, the Wooting60 HE, one of the oldest magnetic keyboards, one of the first. This is my first magnetic keyboard, and I love it. I did main it for a while. Now, if we're gonna go back like 6 months ago or maybe a year, no doubt I'd be putting this on on SS. But at the moment, with all of these different options and cheaper, better sound, better quality, better value for the price, I feel like the Wooting60 HE is kind of down here on the S now. I would have put it on the SS before, but again, there's just so many other magnetic keyboards that I just catched up already. It's still definitely an amazing magnetic keyboard, but yeah, I'm gonna be putting it around here. Now, I won't lie, the Wooting60 HE, I'd give it to them. They have one of the best softwares, web-based softwares out there. Very good, very fast updates, very easy to set up. They were so fast on implementing SnapTap. One of the first after Razer, because they do listen a lot to their fans. That's what I really like about the Wooting company, the Wooting keyboards. They try their best to keep their keyboards up to date. But yeah, in my country, the Wooting60 HE is just more expensive because the customs and stuff like that, and also the waiting time for it to ship. Yeah, it really depends on you, on what you're looking for. But yeah, if you have some money, if you really want to be sure on the software and the developers, the keyboard being up to date, and the keyboard lasting you for quite a while, the Wooting60 HE over here definitely will last you a pretty good time, especially with the developers working hard, updating the keyboard, the software, the features. Also, the 4-year warranty, I'm pretty sure. The Wooting 68 HE does have a 4-year warranty. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, before this would be definitely on SS. But now, this would be around S tier. Still an amazing keyboard. Now, next is the XVX G75. Another budget option. If you're looking for a budget 75% magnetic keyboard, this is the cheapest. It was only around $62 when I got it. If you just want a pretty good magnetic keyboard for the cheapest price, this will definitely be on the highest tier list for you. Quality wise, it is made out of plastic. When you pick it up, it does feel like plastic, a little bit cheap, but yeah, you do get what you pay for. You get more than what you pay for. 8000 hertz, 75%. The keyboard sounds pretty good as well. I'll put it like a little bit above the FIZZ K617. I think it sounds a little bit better than the FIZZ K617. For $62, you get a 75% working amazing magnetic keyboard. You can get the rapid trigger, adjustable actuation points. Very, very nice for the price. I don't know, it just feels kind of unfair. Can I change it, guys? It just feels unfair putting a $50 and a $62 keyboard at the bottom because it's not high quality. It's 50 and $62. You know what? Not gonna lie, I feel like this is kind of worthy on A. No, looking at the price wise, this too is definitely one of the lowest quality keyboards over here, but still functions like a normal magnetic keyboard. This is half the price of these keyboards, and they still are good keyboards. So I'm sorry, guys. I'll be putting it above here. I'm sorry for the indecisiveness. I'll move the Redragon FIZZ K617 and the XVX G75 on top on A over here. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, realizing that this keyboard is half the price of some of these keyboard and still on 8000 hertz and working like a good magnetic keyboard, I just can't put that on B. If you're just gonna look at quality and $50 and $100 is not a big difference for you, then yeah, maybe put it down here. But yeah, it just feels unfair. That'll be it for this will be my final tier list, okay? I locked this in. This is gonna be my final tier list, except who knows, maybe in the future some stuff's changed over here. They do like a crazy update on their software. But yeah, that'll be it for my tier list. I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I pray and hope that you enjoyed. Again, take note, this is my own opinions. Some of you might have different needs, different wants, different priorities, not the sound. Maybe you just want the performance. Maybe the budget is your priority. So yeah, this is gonna be for mine though. All of the keyboards over here will be in the description if you're interested. I'll be putting my affiliate links, so it would really help me a lot if you can use those links. Will really help support the channel. I'll also put some discount codes, so be sure to use them to get some discount if you're planning to buy any of these keyboards. I'll also be putting the links of my reviews if you're interested on that. If you want more in-depth information review on these keyboards over here, I'll be putting it also in the description, so you can go ahead and check it out. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching until the end. I pray and hope that this video helped you. I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful, and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.